It's bird on bird action. Good evening and welcome to the Captain Kenneth W. Gates Senior Memorial Arena at Fitchburg State University in the Wallace Civic Center. And welcome to YouTube Live for this broadcast of Franklin Pierce University men's ice hockey as they travel just 30 minutes south to Fitchburg, Massachusetts for a non-conference matchup against the Falcons. Once again, good evening and welcome to the broadcast. Edgar Janello on the call with you this evening, and I hope you're ready for some fast-paced physical hockey as the Ravens come down to Fitchburg following a tough 5-2 loss just one night ago at the hands of St. Michael's College on the road. Their record this season, it's not ideal, 0-6 to start the year. Meanwhile, the Fitchburg State Falcons, 3-0, perfect to start their season. The Ravens are going to be hungry. They're going to be battling. They want their first win of the year, whether it's in the conference or not. Look for them to play a very physical brand of hockey. The Falcons, though, they're coming off of a great start to the year. I mentioned the 3-0 start to their season, but a couple of awards as well. You start with Brian Mcgrath, the senior netminder from Worcester, Massachusetts. He's played all 3 games for these Falcons. He's got a 3-0 record, a 1.33 goals against average, and a 9.60 save percentage. You can't get much better than that, and that's why he was tabbed the Mcgrath Goalie of the Week. And then you look at Rhys Bergman, the junior from Newark, Delaware. In 3 games, he's got 8 points, 4 goals, 4 assists. He's coming off the name of Mcgrath Player of the Week just a week ago in the first couple games of the season. But really just up and down the lineup for these Fitchburg State Falcons. They find themselves with a lot of depth and playing at home with a bunch of fans in attendance. They're going to look to flex those depth muscles on the Ravens, who are not ideal to start the season, to say the least. They are looking good in some parts, and really that's Ryan Gorbett, the senior from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. In 6 games played, he's got 7 points, 6 goals and an assist, including 2 goals last night. The only 2 on the board for the Ravens. The first came in the first period on the power play while the team was losing 3-0. The second, 5-on-5 in the second period to bring the game back to within 1, 3-2. But it wasn't enough. The Ravens, they fell to a lot of penalty trouble in the third period. It was really the demise to the game, and they went home with a sour taste on the bus. But that can change tonight, because the Ravens, they can practice adversity, and I think they're pretty good at that. You look back at 2019 and Stonehill College, the NE10 champions, they were the worst team in college hockey flat out. And it took a very rude awakening over the winter break and the stoppage of the schedule for them to realize it. And that second half that they went on in 2019 en route to the Northeast 10 Conference Championship was really something. I think something that the Ravens are capable of doing. We're going to send it downstairs in just a moment to the public address announcer at the Wallace Civic Center for starting lineups in the national anthem. We'll be back on this YouTube Live broadcast of Franklin Pierce men's ice hockey. Welcome back into this broadcast on YouTube Live of Franklin Pierce University men's ice hockey. We are moments away from puck drop between the Ravens and the Falcons of Fitchburg State University. Let's meet our starting lineups first for the visiting Ravens of Franklin Pierce. They're going to go with their third line on offense, Tyler Rudek, Jackson Dobek, and Jason Ledzinski. On defense, they're going to go with their second pairing, Steven Jacobs and Josh Kippenham. They're going to go with the tried and true Ian Wallace in between the pipes for the Falcons. They're going with their first line, Wyatt Wilmshurst, Jean Bouthiet, and Hunter Fortin, Christopher Halbig, and Joshua Miller on the back end. Chris Matone in between the pipes. We're ready to go. Falcons win the opening faceoff. They'll hold possession in their own end. Look to enter the zone. They do. Quickly chipped in by Wilmshurst into the near side corner where Steven Jacobs picks it up and throws it out of play. So just 12 seconds off the clock before our first faceoff. An interesting fun fact. I think it's a fun fact at least. I played in a showcase with Chris Matone way back before my senior year of high school. Before my year of juniors with the New Jersey Renegades, I played with the Coaches Choice Select Hockey Group, whatever the name was, for one tournament. Chris Matone was our starting goalie. We actually won the USPHL Spring Showcase that year, turnover caused in the Ravens' end. But back in picking up possession for the Ravens is Steven Jacobs. He battles with a couple of Falcons. Ultimately, the Ravens come away with possession. Tyler Rudek throws it to neutral ice. Gets off for a change. Falcons will now dump in, execute a full five-person line change. Quick pass up to Ryan Gorbett, who will chip it off the glass and into the offensive zone. Matone out from his crease to play the puck behind the net. It's picked up by the captain, Brian Glover, of these Fitchburg State Falcons. FSU looks to enter the zone. They can't. Delayed off sides. Now they do. They chip and chase. Back is Pat Gagliardi, the captain for these Ravens. Glover finds a teammate in front. Shot gets blocked. It was coming off the stick of his deep partner, Jordan Holmes. We get a whistle, and icing is called, and the Ravens don't like it. They think they were going to get there in time. And you flash back to yesterday, and the arguments the Ravens had with the officials up in Colchester, Vermont against St. Michael's College. They had a lot of them, and it resulted in head coach Sean Millerick's ejection. Captain Pat Gagliardi got a 10-minute misconduct. Ryan Gorbett, who had 2 goals, got a game misconduct. Now Connor Foley into the offensive zone, finds Gorbett in front. He can't corral the pass. Gorbett in the corner, tries to find Dom Norris. Instead, it's taken away by Glover, who will start the breakout for the Falcons. Glover goes up the near side boards for Cole Archambault. And now the Falcons into the offensive end. Thrown to the far side corner. First one on it is a Falcon. Moving below the goal line, it's Rhys Bergman, coming off of a MASCAC Player of the Week award. Up to the slot, shot onto Wallace, goes wide. Bergman now in the near side corner. Fights for possession, taken away by Paul Ankoviak, who will curl back his own way, leave it for Dom Norris, who can't clear the zone. Ankoviak now in the near side corner, just about 2 minutes gone here in the opening period. Connor Foley leaves his own zone, gets the red line and throws it in. The Ravens execute a change. Dave Cambria hard on the forecheck, forces Matone to play it to the far side corner. Good forecheck from Trevor Lawler, keeps it in the Falcons into the ice, and it's picked back up by Zachary Cormier. The Fitchburg, Massachusetts native, playing in his hometown for his college days. Watches the puck get played back onto John Jammers, making his season debut for the Ravens on the back end. He's a tall one, John Jammers, 6'5", coming out of Geneva, Switzerland. Big hip check from Steven Pantera, regains possession for the Ravens. Jammers, his D partner, goes up for Cody Rumsey, who chips it into the offensive zone. Icing is initiated and whistled down by the lead official. John Jammers was beat to the puck. Scrum for it at the top of the boards in the Ravens zone, taken away by Miller. Miller's shot gets saved away by Wallace. Falcons once again hold possession. Now it's Dom Norris. Norris makes a move. Can't get it out, though. Good hold at the blue line by the Falcon defenseman. And now Ryan Gorbett back to Norris into the offensive zone. Throws it all the way around the boards. Ryan Gorbett will meet it on the near side. Leave it for Jacobs. Jacobs' shot gets redirected into the netting by Dom Norris. Faceoff should stay inside. 16:30 remaining in the first period. We've had some pretty even, fast-paced hockey to start tonight's contest. The Ravens going to switch back up their lines. They're going to go with that third line that started the game, Rudek, Dobek, and Ledzinski. Dobek to take the faceoff. He loses it to his counterpart in the faceoff circle. It was number 21, Gene Bouthiet, who also started the game for the Falcons. Vito Carlo listed as the extra defenseman. Gives away the puck in his own end, but regained by Tyler Rudek. He tried to find Jason Ledzinski in the neutral zone, but they couldn't connect. Ledzinski, a strong forecheck, though. Helps the Ravens set up in the offensive end, but given away by Carlo. And now a 2-on-1 for the Falcons. Wallace out of his cage, pass across, goes wide on the shot. It was number 16, Wyatt Wilmshurst, on the receiving end of the pass. And he tried going back to the side the pass came from, but went just wide of the post. Wilmshurst now in his own end will look to clear the zone. He's not able to. Josh Kippenham, a shot to the low far pad of Matone, gets blocked away. Paul Ankoviak steps in, keeps the blue line, played back up to the far side boards where Kippenham throws a shot that's blocked in front by Glover. Brian Glover takes a trip into the offensive end before it's whistled down off sides. And despite the fast-paced start to tonight's contest, only one shot on goal apiece for these two teams, just about 4.5 minutes into the game. Ravens go with that second line, and on the second line, Dave Cambria, and he started the season on the fourth line. Understandably, he's a defenseman playing on the offensive end of the ice, not in his natural position with the absence of Junior Stevenson from the lineup still on the IR. But he's played so well. He's scored a goal this year, and he's just doing so strong offensively. Icing is called, but he's doing so strong offensively that head coach Sean Millerick is put him in the top 6 forward group along with Cody Rumsey and Trevor Lawler. And I don't think we really got to elaborate on the chemistry that Rumsey and Lawler have. And then add an offensive threat in Dave Cambria with his speed. You got a pretty decent second line. Cambria pressures the defenseman for the Falcons, who clears the zone. Archambault throws the puck into the near side corner. First one on it, Josh Kippenham shakes off a hit from Archambault, goes to Lawler. Lawler can't clear the zone. Now he does. Cody Rumsey on the near side. Rumsey gains the red line, throws it in. His line will change. Dave Cambria, the only Raven staying on the ice, while Archambault looks to clear the zone. Archambault at the red line, loses it to Pat Gagliardi, but regains possession, leaves it off for a teammate in Thomas Hardy. Hardy loses it. Dave Cambria gains it, and now he'll change. While the Ravens' fourth line is on the ice, Alex O'Dowd, Anthony Nikolopoulos, and Stephen Wesley. O'Dowd below the goal line. Didn't see much of him in his first 3 years as a Raven. Of course, last year, the COVID year, only had 3 games played. But in the first 2 years was oftentimes on the opposite side of the glass from the ice on game day. But the saying goes, know your role. And talk about a kid knowing his role. Alex O'Dowd is a big locker room personality. And not just in the locker room for the men's hockey team, but all around campus. You ask any student at Franklin Pierce, they know who Alex O'Dowd is. He'll step into the face-off circle against Toivo Kramer. Kramer's kicked out of the face-off circle. The Ravens will execute a line change. Actually, the Falcons are going to be shorthanded. No. There's a new rule change with getting kicked out of the face-off circle. I haven't wrapped my mind around it completely. So the officials will go and give an explanation to the coach of the Falcons. And they're going to open up their penalty door, and the Ravens will go on a 5-on-4 power play. So I guess if you have 2 infractions in the face-off circle before the puck is dropped, you serve a penalty. Either way, the Ravens up 5-on-4 now. Tyler Rudek on the near side tries to go far side for, that's Ryan Gorbett, pushed out of the zone by a Falcon, regained by Cambria. Back to Rudek, who will lead the regroup for the Ravens. Dave Cambria now in the neutral zone, picks up speed, enters the offensive end. Holds it on the near side boards, goes back for Rumsey, now to Rudek. in front for Chris Matone. Instead, it's taken away by the defenseman Adam Kuzer and thrown all the way down the ice. Ian Wallace out of his cage to play it. He got pressured by a Falcon, has to go around the boards for Rudek. Dave Cambria over to Tyler Rudek on the near side boards. His pass gets knocked down by Cookson, and Cambria will have to restart the power play breakout for the Ravens. Just about a minute passed on the man advantage. 1:05 remaining on the Ravens' first power play of the game. Dave Cambria into the zone. It's called onside. Rumsey down to Foley. Foley curls up the boards across for Rudek. Rudek holds back across for Gorbett. Gorbett, a shot low far pad, gets saved away by Matone. Keeping it in the zone, or at least attempting to, is Dave Cambria. Now Cookson into the offensive end. He gets bodied off the puck by a Raven, Tyler Rudek. The Ravens with 40 seconds remaining on their first power play of the game. Back is Josh Kippenhand. He'll hold and wait for the rest of his team to execute a line change. Now he leaves the zone. Throws it to the near side corner behind Chris Matone. Brian Glover, the first one on it, up to Archambault, who quickly clears the zone, and the Ravens will have to chase once again. Ian Wallace out behind his net to play the puck. He goes to the near side for Kippenhand. 10 seconds remain on the Ravens power play. Kippenhand's pass across the ice intended for Nikolopoulos gets stopped in its track by Miller and thrown back down the ice. Back to even strength the teams go, and the Ravens only got one shot on net. It was a good shot on net, but only one shot on that 2-minute power play. They could be going on another one, but no signal from the official. Jason Ledzinski lost his stick skating through the neutral zone. The Ravens were looking for a slashing call. Kippenhand at the blue line goes down to the corner for a teammate. Nikolopoulos on the boards gets shut down. Now the Falcons and Hardy enter the offensive end. Hardy working on Kippenhand, goes in front for a teammate off the crossbar, no goal. Will stay 0-0 as the Ravens now enter the offensive end. Dom Norris throws it to the near side corner. Matone out of his net. Will play the possession of the near side boards. Ryan Gorbett. Far side corner up to Steven Jacobs. Jacobs back down to Gorbett, who gloves it down, walks the goal line in front, finds Dom Norris, whose shot is saved by Chris Matone. The Ravens, they didn't capitalize on that man advantage, and they only really had one shot. They're getting the majority of looks here early in the first period, just about halfway through it. 11 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the opening frame. Connor Foley in that top line will stay on the ice for the Ravens against the top line of the Falcons. Foley wins the faceoff. Steven Jacobs near side boards, goes down around the corner. Ryan Gorbett now holds possession on the far side. Back down to Foley up top for Pat Gagliardi, who's not able to keep the zone. It goes all the way back to Ian Wallace, who plays it below his own goal line. And to start the season, you've really seen Pat Gagliardi and Paul Antkowiak share blue line together. Steven Jacobs a little bit with Vito Carlo. But with 7 defensemen, now here comes Connor Foley. He gets poked away by Kuzer. Ryan Gorbett. But with 7 defensemen, I guess you can roll 7 defensemen. You've got 7 very capable back there if you're head coach Sean Miller. Connor Foley now holds possession below, tries to find Gorbett, who can't corral the pass cleanly. Now a 2-on-1. Kuzer goes to Wilmshurst. Wilmshurst with the lane, shoots, saved away, gloved into the net. No goal to call. He used his hand. It was on that far side. It was Adam Kuzier, the defenseman, joining the rush on the 2-on-1. Threw it, literally threw it, into the back of the net. So face-off comes outside, just in front of the penalty boxes here at the Wallace Civic Center. And they've got a weird setup in this ice. The home bench, the scorer's box, and the penalty boxes are all on one side, and the visitor's bench is on the other side. Ravens looking to regroup after the face-off. John Jammers will leave his own zone, gain some speed, gain the red line, and throw it behind Chris Matone's net. Picked up by Glover, pressured hard by Lawler. Cody Rumsey comes in for the strong puck support. Gains possession for the Ravens, goes to the point for Jammers. Jammers, a shot gets blocked down by the winger Oliver Cookson. Holmes now watches Dave Cambria pick the puck up in the corner. Up for Pantera, whose shot gets miffed And now here comes an opportunity for the Falcons. Breakaway on Wallace. Makes a move. Big save by Ian Wallace. He'll swallow it up. 9:30 to go in the first period. And Ian Wallace, his first real test of the evening, is stopped aside. Something the Ravens have struggled with is holding the puck at the blue line. You saw in the earlier stages of the season a couple of turnovers on passes across to the middle of the slot on the blue line. Vito Carlo won in that 8-1 loss against Southern New Hampshire to open the season. Falcons won the faceoff, but had to retreat to the neutral zone. Ravens regain possession and look to progress up the ice, but Holmes is there to throw it back below the Ravens goal line. First one back was Carlo. Carlo went D-to-D with Gagliardi, and Koviak, sorry. And now the Falcons will hold possession in the offensive end. And Koviak gets it for the Ravens, leaves his own zone. Goes across for Jason Ledzinski onside. Ledzinski, a low far pad shot. Went near far pad, or near pad. And Matone saved it away. We'll get a whistle. 8:44 remaining in the first period. The Ravens switch up their lines, go with the top line. Connor Foley, Ryan Gorbett, and Dom Norris. They're responsible for one of the goals, the even strength goal last night. Ryan Gorbett, rather, in his 2-goal performance. Dom Norris with the assist on it, but really they were responsible for both goals. Connor Foley and Ryan Gorbett connecting for the first on the power play. Steven Jacobs thwarts the breakout chance for the Falcons, but Hardy regains possession. Goes to his defenseman Miller. That's Joshua Miller, who throws it all the way into the Ravens' end, but it goes off the glass and out of play. So the Wallace Civic Center, it holds about, I want to say about 1,500 people. Decent-sized crowd for a Saturday night non-conference hockey matchup. But you'd think with a 3-0 start in conference and no limitations as to how many fans they could have, you'd see some more people in a pretty hockey-rich history at Fitchburg State coming out to support their team. I was talking to their broadcaster, and this is the best start the team has had to a season in conference since their 2011 conference championship. Matone forced to swallow the puck up and have a defensive zone face-off on the Ravens' forecheck. Just under 8 minutes remaining in the period. The Ravens will go with the second line. Dave Cambria, Cody Rumsey, and Trevor Lawler. Actually, Lawler not on the ice. It's Anthony Nikolopoulos. You can hear the Ravens fans that made the 30-minute drive down to Fitchburg cheering for Anthony Nikolopoulos. Nico throws it near side corner. First one on it is Kuzer. Around for Gagliardi. Gagliardi's shot gets blocked. Rumsey in front, holds possession. Near side for Nikolopoulos. Matone the save, whistle from the official. And Nikolopoulos inches for making this a 1-0 game. So I've got to assume the official lost sight of the puck, but a pretty quick whistle. For college hockey, at least. Bouthiet in the face-off circle against Rumsey. Won by Bouthiet, pushed forward, taken by Fortin, and regained by Ankoviak. Now Dave Cambria, a long shot from the blue line, gets gloved away by Matone, who couldn't keep it in his glove. It went to the corner and cleared away by the Falcons. 14 forward checking against the Ravens defender in the near side corner. Bouthiet in the corner as well. Ravens look to clear the zone. Dave Cambria goes back to Paul Ankoviak. Gagliardi now across the ice for Cambria. Chips it into his own bench. So we'll get a face-off at center ice. So you look at the Ravens' 0-6 start, and they're 0-4 in the conference, and it's not the greatest, but like I said in the pregame show, you look back in 2019, the last full season of the NA10, Stonehill College, one of, if not the worst team in college hockey. They took a loss to Framingham State in their last game, the first half, to jumpstart their team, and they went on just an unbelievable run in the second half en route to the NE10 championship, where they beat these very Ravens. Now Vito Carlo, a pick and chip, but first one on it is a Falcon. Carlo lays a big hit on Cookson. We'll go back to his position on the blue line. Cookson now tries to clear the zone, but Lidzinski, a strong turnover and a shot on net to Matone, gets swallowed into the chest from the netminder wearing 35 in white. Talk about a fast start for the Ravens. We haven't spoken about the shots on goal lately, and just about 4.5 minutes gone in the first period. It was one shot apiece. Well, now the Ravens lead that statistic 8 shots to 2. They had that 5-on-4 power play, but not only mustered one shot. Ever since it, though, they've had a lot of opportunities. Dom Norris turns and shoots into the glove of Matone. We'll do it all over again. But the Ravens will change their defensemen, Josh Kippenhan and Steven Jacobs, onto the ice. Connor Foley into the face-off circle. Now it's Ryan Gorbett back to take the shot. Goes to Steven Jacobs. Jacobs holds it, goes back to the corner. Connor Foley there, cooks in as well for the Falcons. Norris and Foley battle for possession. Cookson and a teammate for the Falcons. It's his defensive partner, Adam Kuzier. Kuzier gets taken down. Delayed penalty coming. Touched by Kippenhan, and the Ravens will be shorthanded for the first time tonight, tripping the call. And in what has been all Ravens hockey for the past, I want to say 10 minutes, they'll be shorthanded. Connor Foley, the guilty party. Only 40% on the power play for the Falcons this season through their first 3 games. They win the faceoff. Wilmshurst to Miller. Miller walks the blue line back down to Wilmshurst. Wilmshurst back to Miller. One-timer shot gets saved away by the pad of Ian Wallace. Kept in the zone by the Falcons. 14 on the far side. Back up to Miller. Miller walks back to 14. Into the slot for a teammate that's Bouthiet. And Ian Wallace jumps on the puck just wide of his cage. 26 seconds gone on the man advantage. The penalty to Connor Foley. And last night, I think the penalties really were what killed the Ravens in that 5-2 loss. It was a 1-goal game heading to the third period. They start the third period on the penalty kill it off. Then they have to kill off a 5-on-3. They kill it off. And then they get into a lot of penalty trouble late in the period, and they were not able to kill it off. So just about 1:20 remaining on the man advantage. Shot from Wilmshurst gets blocked away. That was Pat Gagliardi in the area for the Ravens. Wilmshurst again goes to Miller at the top of the blue line, down to Fortin. Fortin holds, curls, shoots, gloved away by Wallace. Lots of possession and zone time for the Falcons on this power play as they change their units. But nothing coming of it other than a couple of shots on net. Toivo Kramer into the face-off circle. He'll face off against number 17, Cody Rumsey for the Ravens. Kramer wins it, goes back to his defenseman Kuzier. Kuzier at the top of the blue line, holds, looks, shoots, blocked by Rumsey. Down low to the boards, finds a teammate, shot gets blocked again, this time Steven Pantera. And now Lidzinski will take a trip into the offensive end. He'll chip it deep and get a change. It was a shot coming off of the stick of Thomas Hardy, the freshman from Billerica, Mass. He's got 1 assist in 3 games. He's looking for his first career goal as a Falcon across the front of the cage, but pushed wide by Zachary Diamond. Hardy holds, shoots, low far pad. Rebound comes to the blue line. Another shot put on to Wallace. Gets chipped off of a stick and into the glass. In the near side corner, Diamond now shoots, swallowed up by Wallace, and 12 seconds remaining on the man advantage. The Ravens have looked pretty decent defensively. They're doing a good job of keeping the Falcons to the outside of the zone. But the Falcons are doing a good job of getting the puck to the net and making Wallace make a save, and his vision has not been there. He's having to look around a couple of bodies to see where the shot's coming from. 12 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Puck is dropped. Cleared away by the Ravens all the way down the ice. Glover not able to keep it on his end of the ice. And Connor Foley up and standing in the penalty box. He's got 2 seconds remaining. 1 and out. Back to even strength. Glover in his own end. Give away to Connor Foley, but the puck just came out of the zone. Offsides is the call. 4 minutes exactly remaining in the first period. Ezra Janello on the call with you on this YouTube live broadcast of Franklin Pierce men's ice hockey. The Ravens and the Falcons in some bird-on-bird non-conference action at the Wallace Civic Center in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Connor Foley wins the faceoff. Steven Jacobs will throw it hard around the boards. Matone tries to stop it but can't. Vito Carlo goes back below the goal line for Connor Foley, where it's taken away by a Falcon. Dom Norris takes a man down. Goes down low for Gorbit. Now Foley in front, kicks it to his stick. He gets plowed over into the crease. Nothing though. Steven Jacobs can't keep the blue line, and now here comes Trevor Clemson at the offensive end. His shot goes wide. Up the boards. Another shot gets blocked down by Vito Carlo. Now the Falcons hold the blue line, throw it back into the zone. Scrum for possession gets taken away by Connor Foley over to Steven Jacobs, who clears his own zone. Keeps possession into the offensive end. Walks around a defenseman into the near side corner. It's James Miller. Joshua Miller, sorry. Now Connor Foley in front. Throws it kind of waist high, but Chris Matone will glove it away, so we'll get a face-off in front of Matone. And the Ravens have done a good job. You know, they killed off that penalty. They surrendered a lot of shots against, but they didn't break. They didn't break, and now they're getting opportunities back on the offensive end of the ice. Cody Rumsey to take the face-off for the Ravens against Jean Bouthiet. Bouthiet wins it. Taken by the Falcons, and Kuzier curling up the near side boards, goes to Fortin. Fortin moves to the middle of the ice. Cross-ice pass, no one there. Turns more into a cross-ice dump. The Falcons gain possession in the offensive end. Wyatt Wilmshurst throws it back below the goal line. First one on it is a Falcon. That's Hunter Fortin. He gets bodied off by a Raven. Now Cormier, a shot, gets blocked by Cody Rumsey. Thrown all the way down the ice onto Chris Matone. Wilmshurst for Bouthiet. Bouthiet, a shot, gets blocked by Pantera, who goes down. He felt all of that one. Bouthiet follows his own rebound, though. Holds possession in the near side corner. Pantera up, but barely. Falcons keep possession. 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Jackson Dobek looks to clear his own zone. He will. Through the middle, makes a move around Fortin. Holds it, throws it onto Matone. Hard. Matone has a little bit of trouble corralling the rebound, but does so and forces a whistle. And the senior from New Windsor, New York, he played his junior hockey with the New England Wolves of the Eastern Hockey League. He's only played 5 career games for an 0-4 record. He holds a .311 goals against average and a .900 save percentage, and we speak about it a lot on the home broadcast on the N10 Now Network. That .900 save percentage is the baseline for a good goalie, so Chris Matone is really straddling it with an 0-4 record in 5 career games. Kept in the zone by the Ravens, forcing the Falcons to regroup. Now Hardy, he will. Working 1-on-3, makes a move to the outside, gets bodied off by Steven Jacobs, leaves it for Archambault. Archambault takes a trip below the goal line, keeps possession, throws it back down low for Hardy, who goes for Zachary Diamont. Diamont up for Glover. Glover across for Hardy. Hardy, the shot, gets blocked by body in front. I think it was Josh Kippenham in the area for the Ravens. Kept in the zone by Jordan Holmes. Holmes throws it high above the net into the near side corner. Diamond, a shot goes wide, but gloved away by Wallace. Anyway, exactly 1 minute remaining in the opening period, and the Ravens have really looked good, to be brutally honest with you. I know the slow starts have been the killer for this team. Last night they go down 3-0 early. You go back to the 8-1 loss against SNU. They go down 4-0 at the end of the first period. But with a 0-0 score, with 1 minute to go in the opening frame, they've had the majority of opportunities. Falcons win the faceoff. They'll have to regroup. The puck finds its way to the neutral zone. Joshua Miller now tries to throw it back to the neutral zone, but Ryan Gorbik got a stick on it, throws it to the corner. Joshua Miller behind his own net. Finds a teammate on the breakout. Dom Norris causes a turnover, throws it back to Joshua Miller in the Falcons' end of the ice. Joshua Miller again throws it off the shin pad of his teammate Kramer and on to Wallace. Now the Falcons holding the offensive end. Paul Ankoviak will go D-to-D with Gagliardi. 19 seconds remain on the clock. And the Ravens are going to have to win a defensive zone faceoff as icing is whistled down by the official. We speak a lot about the struggles that the Ravens have exiting the zone and their lack of desire to skate the puck up the ice and take the ice that's given to them. And we look at Joshua Miller for the Falcons, who 3 times in that one shift tried to throw a pass up the ice on the breakout, and all 3 times the pass failed. But he had all this ice to take. You think he would have an easier time skating it with 5 seconds on the clock. Wallace plays up the boards. Shot gets blocked by a Raven. And time expires. We go to the first intermission, tied 0-0 between the Falcons and the Ravens. The Ravens, they looked good. 11 shots on net. They were 0 for 1 on the power play. But they killed off their only shorthanded opportunity of the period. And they led in the shot department 8-11, so not a slow start for the Ravens as they head to the locker room for the first time tonight. We'll be back on this YouTube live broadcast of Franklin Pierce men's ice hockey in just about 10 minutes. Welcome back into YouTube Live in the Wallace Civic Center, the Captain Kenneth W. Gates Senior Memorial Arena, just off the campus of Fitchburg State University in this non-conference NCAA men's ice hockey contest featuring the Fitchburg State Falcons and the Franklin Pierce University Ravens. We enter the second period tied 0-0. The Ravens looked good in the opening frame. They lead in the shots department 11-8. They've collected some quality scoring opportunities. Only a couple dark spots. Well, they took a penalty, a tripping penalty, Connor Foley. But they did a good job on that penalty kill of keeping the Falcons to the outside. The Falcons power play, nothing special, just about 40% entering today's game. And the Ravens had a power play of their own. The Falcons taking delay of game, 2 infractions on a face-off in their own end. And they looked okay. Only one shot on the power play, though. Something you got to fix if you're Franklin Pierce. So 20 minutes down, 40 to go. We'll play the next 20 right now. Cody Rumsey in the face-off circle for the Ravens. He wins it back to Josh Kibbenhand, who has to retreat to his own end. Hard forecheck by Fortin, though. Forces Kibbenhand to go up the far side boards. Ravens now moving left to right across your radio. Falcons right to left. Thrown in onto Chris Matone by Trevor Lawler. And we saw for one shift during that first period, Anthony Nikolopoulos jump onto that second line with Cody Rumsey and Dave Cambria. Trevor Lawler stayed on the bench for it. But he regains his spot on that second line for the Ravens. Now an opportunity 2-on-1. Fortin in on Wallace. Makes the pass. Saved by Wallace. Sliding across the crease. Ian Wallace. They call him the Wall for a reason. Dave Cambria moves into the offensive end of the ice. Gets around a defenseman in Halberg. Joshua Miller eats a hit from Cambria. Now it's Fortin looking to clear his own zone. You also saw Steve Pantera. Oh my God, the Ravens scored. Connor Foley, how about it? A little wraparound magic. Connor Foley, the junior from Nahant, Massachusetts, his first goal of the season makes it 1-0 for the Ravens. Just 53 seconds into the opening period. Talk about it. Wraparound magic. And you always see players attempt those wraparounds. And they even got fancy with it with the Michigan style as of late, going in the air with them. But they don't work too often. Connor Foley made it work, giving the Ravens a 1-0 lead, something that they have not had very often this season. You look at their 0-6 start. The Falcons looking to answer. Diamond in on the Ravens' end. Taken away by Paul Ankoviak, and now a stretch pass from Dom Norris. It was intended for Connor Foley, but was way out of reach. The Ravens will have to win a defensive zone faceoff. It's Connor Foley is first of the season unassisted at 50 seconds of the second period. When you look at last night, Ryan Gorbett, 2 goals, 1 on the power play, 1 at even strength. Connor Foley, 1 tonight. This top line for the Ravens producing much of the offense to start the year. Pat Gagliardi holds possession in his own end. Ian Wallace forced out of his net. Kept in by Glover. Glover, a quick shot saved by Wallace, and the Ravens not happy with Diamond. Zachary Diamond, the freshman from Billerica, Massachusetts, pushed Wallace not just out of the crease, but almost into the near side corner. Was able to gain his footing and get back into the crease to make a save. Now Jackson Dobek in the face-off circle. He'll face Toivo Kramer. Dobek, 1 warning. He wins the face-off. And Koviak on the near side boards. Goes to Ledzinski, off for Jackson. Dobek tries a pick and chip. Can't quite get around the defenseman. He chips it out of play. Cruzier in the area for the Falcons. It went off the player wearing white, so the face-off will stay inside of the Falcons zone, just to the right of Chris Matone. Held in the zone by the Ravens and Steven Pantera, who we saw go down with an injury. Hand passes called by the official. He went down with an injury in that first period. He blocked a shot kind of in the midsection. He was down on the ice for a couple of seconds, got up and finished his shift. This is his first of the second period. We didn't mention the officials at the start of the broadcast. The referees, Tony Guglietti and Mitchell Perry, the linesmen Hunter Picard and Cameron Carlson. Falcons clear their own zone. Jason Ledzinski gains possession in the neutral zone, though. Now it's Rhys Bergman coming off a MASCAC Player of the Week award. Watches Cookson and his team regroup. Paid back down to the Ravens' end. Now Rhys Bergman, 3-on-1. Bergman can't keep a handle on the puck, and Ledzinski tries going off the boards. And you look at that play, and he had the puck in the neutral zone with no one within 10 feet of him, and he tried jump-starting just a chip off the boards. Keep possession of the puck there. If you're Jason Ledzinski, you've got speed, you've got the puck handles, and skate the puck, progress yourself up the ice rather than just throwing it away the second you get it. I know he went for a change, it was the end of his shift, but at least gain the red line and throw it deep. Into the offensive end come the Falcons. Thrown across for Clemson, but taken away by Vito Carlo, who has to just chip it out of the zone for the Falcons to regroup. Shot it onto Wallace from the red line. He'll just hold on to it and cause a whistle. Just about 2:58 gone here in the second period. The Ravens take a 1-0 lead. Connor Foley, who's back on the ice for the Ravens, his first of the season. And in Game 7 of the year, talk about a guy who needed to get jump-started, Connor Foley. You saw his line mate, Ryan Gorbett, producing much of the offense, most of the offense, in fact. An opportunity for the Falcons in front goes wide. It was Samuel Rennick who pushed it wide. Now a shot onto Wallace gets swallowed up into the chest and whistled down. And that top line for the Ravens, they weren't able to clear the zone, and I always looked at if you can't get out of the defensive zone, you don't deserve to play in the offensive zone. So Coach Millerick's going to change up his lines. A much more calm Coach Millerick tonight. Ended up getting the toss last night at St. Michael's, arguing a couple of questionable calls. Shot from the point goes above the net, off the glass. Wallace jumps on it, and now the Ravens are upset because the Falcons player came in and was whacking at the puck despite the fact that it was underneath of Wallace's glove. It was Rennick and Trevor Clemson. So the Ravens still with the second line. Cody Rumsey into the face-off circle against the top center, Gene Bouthiet, who wins the face-off. Shot gets redirected. It was on net, goes wide the near way. Now it's Glover up to Fortin. Fortin will just chip it into the Ravens' end. First one on it, Pat Gagliardi goes to the near side corner for a D-to-D pass for Paul Ankoviak. Pressured, though, by Fortin. Fortin gains it in the far side corner. Holds off Ankoviak, keeps it now below the goal line again. Curls back around the far side corner. Gagliardi throws up the boards. Glover there to keep it in. Does so effectively, but cleared out of the zone by the Ravens. And icing is called. Ryan Glover, a senior from Baldwinville, Massachusetts. Played his junior hockey with the Northeast Generals of the North American Hockey League. Zachary Diamond played with the St. Cloud Blizzard. Loses the face-off for the Falcons. And Koviak on the ice. Got a cold shoulder from his number-saken Archambault. He'll keep the puck, though, and send it all the way around the boards. Far side corner where Dave Cambrio waits for it. He battles with a Falcon. That's Zachary Cormier. Regained by the Falcons. They look to clear their own zone. Just about 4.5 minutes gone here in the second period. In this bird-on-bird action between the Ravens of Franklin Pierce and the Falcons of Fitchburg State. Poked in front of the Ravens' net, but picked up by Steven Pantera, who tries to clear the zone. Now it's Jason Ledzinski. Ledzinski clears it, but not far enough, is getting taken down and sending it to the length of the ice was Cody Rumsey. He got taken down from behind, but you got to take a hit to make a play sometimes, and he did just that, getting it deep into the Falcons' end of the ice. Falcons, good opportunity here. Diamond onside, shoots, saved by Wallace on the breakaway. The second breakaway save by Ian Wallace tonight. Now Dobek with speed, leaves it for Ledzinski. Ledzinski, a shot, gets blocked down by the defenseman Cormier. Steven Jacobs will regroup for the Ravens, throws it cross ice in the near side corner. Out of his net, Chris Matone plays it up the near side boards. Taken by Josh Kibbenham. Kibbenham will throw it the near far side corner where it's picked up by Cormier, pushed below the goal line for Kuzier, and back around the boards for Fortin. Diamond met by Dobek. Kibbenham now regroups for the Ravens. Steven Jacobs tripping to the offensive zone with possession. A shot gets blocked down by Cormier. Rebound goes to the corner where Cormier played up the boards, and now here comes Bouthiet. Bouthiet into the offensive zone. Shut down by Kibbenham. Falcons keep it in the zone though. Kibbenham will take it below the goal line, throw it up the near side boards for Dom Norris, who gives it away for Hallbig. Hallbig, a shot gets saved by Wallace. Rebound in the slot, turning and shooting, but not able to get the shot off was a Falcon, Wilmshurst. Possession in the corner, 2 Ravens, 2 Falcons battle for it, leaves with Fortin. Foley plays it to the top of the point. Shot from the point on the far side, gets blocked in front. Wilmshurst, the first one on it in the far side corner. Will try and go across the blue line, but knocked down by Ryan Gorbett, who looks to force it out of the zone. He will. Gives the Ravens an opportunity to change up one of their defensemen, Dom Norris. Backdoor for Gorbett. Gorbett, his shot goes wide. Connor Foley fighting for possession with Joshua Miller just outside of the zone. He'll gain it, throw it deep, and allow his team to change his lines. .12:57 remaining in the second period. Falcons look to clear their zone. They do, but quickly taken back by the Ravens, who regroup and look to move up the ice. They will. Cody Rumsey gains the red line, moves to the middle of the zone. In the offensive end, shoots. Blocker saved by Matone. Rumsey now in the far side corner, up to the boards for Ankoviak. Falcons clear the zone for a moment, but I think Paul Ankoviak, and I'm right, he's going to get called for interference. He played the body, not the puck, and the official didn't like it very much. So the Ravens will go shorthanded for the second time tonight. They're 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. Not super great so far this year. They're 23 for 33 on the penalty kill entering the game. That's just under 70% at 69.7. And good penalty kills, they work at about 85 to 90% efficiency. Joshua Miller, top of the blue line, goes across for Wilmshurst. Rebound to the back of the net. Bergman throws it all the way down the ice, and the Falcons will have to regroup. But as much as the Ravens are out, probably now about 70% on the penalty kill, the Falcons, who entered today's game at 40%, are 0 for 1 today. So 2 teams that have to get it figured out on the special teams side of the puck. Fortin below the goal line on the far side now, curls up the boards, holds possession, continues with possession, goes for a circle, gives away to Dobek, who clears it off the glass and down the ice. Anthony Nikolopoulos with a strong forecheck for the Ravens, forces Chris Matone to play it around the back of the boards. Matone, long trip out of his net, came out to the outside hash marks to play the puck, keeping it away from Anthony Nikolopoulos. Fortin now on the near side boards, down low for a teammate in front, broken up by a Raven. Dobek goes off the glass, and now Jason Ledzinski will get on his horse. Matone again very aggressively comes out to play the puck, throws it all the way down to Josh Kibbenham in his own blue line, who blows a tire, and Jackson Dobek again will clear the zone. And the Team Maryland product for the Ravens, one of them, this one from Natick, Massachusetts, Jackson Dobek, has looked good on the penalty kill so far today. Diamond onto Wallace, who jumps out and swallows up the puck in his glove. 32 seconds remain on the Falcons' man advantage, and the Ravens have looked very good on this penalty kill. Toivo Kramer into the face-off circle for the Falcons. He's joined by Hardy and Oliver Cookson. Connor Foley to take the face-off for the Ravens. One by Kramer, shot from the point, gets blocked by Gorbett. Hardy has the rebound, taken away by Connor Foley. 2-on-2, Connor Foley goes to the outside on the near side boards, cuts towards the middle, leaves it for Gorbett in the corner. Taken back by Cruzier. He'll slow things down and slowly come out of his own zone before it's played into the Ravens bench by Hardy. And the face-off will be just in front of the bunch of Ravens on the bench. Only 11 seconds remain, and Paul Ankowiak's interference penalty. 10:46 in the middle period. Cody Rumsey will take the face-off. He's on the ice with Dave Cambria, who's of course playing as, well, he's playing as the defenseman right now. Stephen Jacobs, a C-Bartner, and Trevor Lawler, the winger. Won by the Ravens. Lawler holds possession, throws it to the Falcons' blue line. 4 seconds remain on the power play. Shanley holds it, can't keep possession, and blowing a tire is Glover. He just throws it out of the zone. That's supposed to be a hand pass, but they're going to say that the Falcon never touched it. Falcons now hold possession in the offensive zone. It's Rennick below the goal line, taken away by Ankowiak, and you saw why Dave Cambria was lined up as a defenseman. It's because Paul Ankowiak was coming out of the box, and his D partner tonight, at least for some parts of the night, is Stephen Jacobs. Lawler throws it back in the offensive end. Glover the first one on it. He gets pressured by Cambria. Rennick out of his defensive zone to Shanley. Shanley into the offensive end. Shut down by Paul Ankowiak. Clemson, though, strong puck support, finds Shanley in the corner, up to the blue line. Cleared out of the zone. Now Dave Cambria, Dom Norris works a 3-on-2. Back to Dom Norris. Cambria gets crushed in the offensive zone. Now a 3-on-2 with a back checker. Connor Foley shuts it down. It was Clemson who had possession. He blew a tire after being pressured by Foley. And he's hurt. And the official's going to blow the play dead. 9:21 remaining in the second period, and the opportunities have been going both ways in this second period. Face-off will come outside. Ravens top line, Connor Foley, Dom Norris, and Ryan Gorbett will face off against the Falcons top line, Gene Bouthiet, Wyatt Wilmshurst, and Hunter Fortin. Ravens win the face-off. Pat Gagliardi with possession in his own end finds Connor Foley in the neutral zone. Foley tries to find Norris. They can't connect. But now Pat Gagliardi gains possession in the offensive end. Tried to give it to Norris on the near side boards. Now it's Connor Foley again into the slot. Holds possession. Tries to shoot. Can't pull the trigger, though. And now here come the other way the Falcons. Dumped all the way around the boards. Bouthiet throws it in front. Picked up by Vito Carlo. Carlo gives it off to Gorbett, who can't clear the zone the first try. Back is Gagliardi, who throws it back around to the near side boards for Dom Norris. Norris chips it off the boards and out of the zone, where Fortin will start the regroup. And the Ravens will go shorthanded yet again. Connor Foley down in a heap. Looks to be hurt. And now here comes Wilmshurst into the offensive zone. First, though, is Connor Foley, or Vito Carlo, touching the puck, causing the whistle, and they're going to call Connor Foley for a hold. .8:25 remaining in the second period. The Ravens lead the Falcons 1-0. And Connor Foley, for the second time tonight, will take a seat in the penalty box. Toivo Kramer in the face-off circle for the Falcons. He'll face Jackson Dobek, who's looked very good on the Ravens penalty kill. Kramer wins the face-off, goes back to Kuzier. Kuzier tried to find Hardy, now he does. Back to Kuzier at the blue line. Dobek very aggressive. One-timer shot goes over the net. Came off the stick of Zachary Diamond, and it goes all the way down the length of the ice behind the net of Chris Matone. Diamond now on the far side, enters the offensive zone. Curls all the way below the goal line where it's met by Pat Gagliardi. Tried to clear it, but he can't. Taken by a Hardy who plays at the far side. Nikolopoulos will poke it out to the neutral zone for the Falcons to regroup. Just 1:24 remaining on the Connor Foley holding penalty. Into the offensive end they come. Oliver Cookson throws it below the goal line. Picked up by Tovo Kramer. Over to Zachary Diamond in the corner. Up top to the defenseman. Near side for Hardy. Saved away by Wallace. He holds onto it in his glove. A strong shot from Hardy, trying to do his best Alex Ovechkin impression with that near side one-timer on the man advantage. Ian Wallace was having none of it. 1:04 remaining on the Falcons power play. The Ravens will go with Cody Rumsey and Jason Ledzinski. Bouthiet on the ice for the Falcons. Fortin and Bergman. Bergman in the near side corner gets pressured by John Jammers, making his season debut. Jammers clears the zone. Joshua Miller tried to catch the puck, but wasn't able to get a hand on it. The seconds tick down, under a minute now on the Ravens penalty kill. Holding on to a 1-0 lead. A kill here would be huge. John Jammers gets beat though. Moving towards the net was a Falcon. Throwing it in front, but nothing there. The Ravens try to clear the zone. They can't. Miller's shot gets blocked by Ledzinski and goes high, very high off the glass. And you see John Jammers going at Bergman, his number's sake. And I mentioned earlier, John Jammers, 6'5" out of Geneva, Switzerland. He towers over almost everybody on the ice when he is present. Jackson Dobek takes the face-off for the Ravens. He loses it to Bouthiet. Shot from Wilmshurst gets saved by Wallace. Now it's Fortin. Near side boards. Moves up. Goes to Miller at the top of the blue line. Back to Fortin. Near side. Shot gets blocked by Jacobs. Nikolopoulos tries to clear the zone. He can't. Now Bergman, a shot gets blocked by Kippenhand. He's feeling all of that. But the Ravens will clear the zone and give the defenseman a chance to get off the ice. Nikolopoulos, another strong forecheck, pressuring Joshua Miller, forcing him to regroup deep in his own end. Connor Foley out of the penalty box. Ravens are back to even strength. As on the power play, the Falcons took the lead on the shot chart. Stephen Jacobs blocks a shot. Ian Wallace has to make a save. Rebound gets cleared to the point. Shot gets redirected in front. First one on it is Bergman on the near side boards. Goes down to the corner. All Falcons hockey as of late. And Stephen Jacobs is going to go to the box, and that was a terrible call. So Stephen Jacobs to the box for an elbow. And that was terrible. So a bad call. The holding call was, I could see it. Connor Foley wrapped his arm around the player, but there the elbow, I don't think it came up from Stephen Jacobs. The Ravens will have to kill off another power play. Connor Foley gets going early, clearing the zone. Falcons into the offensive end. Icing initiated and called. So the Ravens will get an offensive zone face-off. Just about 15 seconds gone on the Stephen Jacobs elbowing call. Connor Foley and Jason Ledzinski in the face-off circle for the Ravens, along with Pat Gagliardi and Paul Ankoviak on the point. Ankoviak will take it out of the offensive zone and hold it for as long as possible. Loses his handle on the puck. Falcons will gain possession in the neutral zone. Hardy enters the zone on the near side. Can't catch the pass though. Gagliardi onto it. Holds it. Finds Ankoviak, but regained by the Falcons below the goal line. Kuzier down to Hardy. In front for Kramer. In the top of the slot. His shot went over the net. Kuzier at the top of the blue line. His shot gets saved away and swallowed up by Ian Wallace. Ian Wallace has looked very good today. Now 18 saves on 18 shots here in the second period. And the Ravens, who have had to kill now about 2.5 penalties has tested him. A couple of 2-on-1s, a couple of breakaways. Ian Wallace, another big save. Puck finds the back of the net. Power play goal for the Falcons. And I believe it was Gene Bouthiet who chipped it over the outstretched pad of Ian Wallace. It was. He'll lead the boys through the line. And that's what happens when you start finding your way to the penalty box pretty often, as you find a 1-goal lead turn to a tie game. And no fault of Steven Jacobs. I think the call was pretty weak, to say the least. But with 4:57 remaining in the second period, the Falcons, who have had almost all of the opportunities since the Ravens took a 1-0 lead, have tied the game back up at 1. The Ravens entered the period leading the shots 11-8. Now they trail 20-15. Falcons look to clear the zone. Jacobs holds it for a moment. Now an almost 2-on-1 for the Falcons turns to an icing. Josh Gibbenhand, the first one back for the Ravens. And if you're Franklin Pierce, the priority right now isn't necessarily get a goal, but just change the tide of this game and get momentum back in your favor and work towards, holding the puck and holding possession in the offensive zone. Connor Foley holds it at the face-off circle. He's going to go down for a trip, and that was really a terrible call. I'm almost speechless as to what to say about the call. So the Ravens will have to kill a fourth penalty. And don't get me wrong, the first two were okay. But the one against Steven Jacobs in the corner, the elbowing call, I didn't think the elbow came up in there. Not a tripping call, to say the least. So a linesman and a ref will talk. Now we get the whistle to go. Bouthiet wins the face-off for the Falcons. Goes back to Joshua Miller. Miller top the blue line to Fortin. They play pass. Fortin now top the circle down low for Bergman. In front, diving save by Wallace. Now here comes Cody Rumsey. Clears the zone. Has to get around Miller. He does. But Bouthiet back to regain possession. The Ravens executed a line change. Far side is Wilmshurst. He throws it below the goal line for Bouthiet. Bouthiet down to Bergman. Bergman, the far side corner, leaves it for Wilmshurst, who takes a trip below the goal line. Now he's up at the top of the slot. Leaves it for Josh Miller. Down low for Fortin. Across for Bouthiet. Wilmshurst came in to corral the pass, but wasn't able to pull the trigger. Now it's Fortin. Fortin, a shot gets blocked by Steven Pantera going down. Bergman below the goal line, pressured by Pantera. Now it's Wilmshurst behind the net. Tries to throw it in front for Bergman, who throws it back down low for Fortin. 1 minute remaining on the Connor Foley tripping penalty. Joshua Miller, top of the slot, holds, shoots, he scores. Joshua Miller makes it a 2-1 game for the Falcons. 2 straight power plays, 2 straight goals. The Falcons lead 2-1. They don't always say it has to be a hard shot. Just get it on the net. And that's what Joshua Miller did. Nice soft shot on the ice, and it found a way past Ian Wallace. And in a matter of less than 4 minutes, the Falcons not only tie the game, but take the lead, their first of the evening. Held by Jordan Holmes. He clears his own zone, keeps possession, tries to chip it deep, but he can't. Anthony Nikolopoulos now in the offensive zone. Shot to Matone, gets patted away into the glass behind the net, picked up by Tyler Rudek. Rudek in the far side corner, gets pressured by Glover. And now if you're going to call a hold, there's a hold. And they called the Connor Foley on him because he put his arms around the player. Well, Glover's in the corner, bear hugging the Ravens player. That's a textbook holding penalty. The Ravens hold possession below the goal line. Glover now regains it for the Falcons. Looks to clear the zone. He does. Nikolopoulos went up to catch it. Archambault laid a hit on him. And now we're going to get a couple of whistles. And the Ravens were going to go on the power play. I'm not sure what's going to happen now. But what I do know is Brian Glover has had himself a pretty physical shift. Zachary Diamond might be the one going to the box, though. It'll be Cole Archambault, the sophomore from Leominster, Massachusetts, right down the road from Fitchburg. And so the Connor Foley tripping was actually, the second one was called a hooking. So Connor Foley now has a tripping, a holding, and a hooking penalty. Ravens back on the man advantage. Archambault, 2-minute minor. Tyler Rudek up the near far side boards for Cambria. Now in the slot, Connor Foley. Back to Ryan Gorbett at the blue line. Back down to Connor Foley. Ravens looking to retie the game. Up top for Cambria. Can't catch the pass. Wallace way out of his net. Will play it up the far side boards for Tyler Rudek. Ryan Gorbett holds it. Top of the circle. Goes to the top for Dave Cambria. Keeps the zone, but Pickard, the linesman, will say he crossed the blue line. Will whistle it down. 1.5 minutes remaining on the Ravens power play. Cole Archambault, 2-minute minor for cross-checking. The Ravens now trail 28-14 in the shot department. Falcons clear the zone, but held in by Dave Cambria. Scrum for possession on the near side boards, just about the hash marks. Connor Foley comes away with it. He gets stripped by Hardy. Hardy clears his own end. Taken back by Cambria, crosses the blue line, regained by Hardy, and sent all the way down the length of the ice. 1 minute remaining on the Ravens power play. No shots to this point on the man advantage. They had one earlier in the game, which produced one shot, but no goals. Regained by the Falcons. And the Ravens' problem on the man advantage really stems from the break into the offensive zone. If they win the first face-off and they hold possession, they get a lot more looks, but they find struggles getting into the offensive end. As Jackson Dobeck skates it across the blue line, loses possession, and is sent all the way back down to Ian Wallace behind his cage. Josh Kippenhand on the near side boards. Loses it to Cookson, regained by Dobeck. 21 seconds remain on the power play, 52 in the second period. Falcons lead the Ravens 2-1 on the back of two power play goals just moments ago earlier this period. They clear the zone once again. That's going to do it for the 2-minute minor cross-checking call to Cole Archambault. 34 seconds remain in the period. Paul Ankoviak across the ice for Jason Ledzinski into the slot. He shoots low far pad. Saved away by the Falcon netminder. Back down to the near side corner for Nikolopoulos. Played out by the Falcons. Josh Kippenhand back up the near side boards. Icing waved off. 12 seconds remain in the period. Ravens execute a line change. Trevor Lawler onto the ice, will throw it into the corner with 3 seconds remaining. The Falcons will hold it on the boards. We entered the period at 0-0. We end the period 2-1. The Ravens took the first lead 50 seconds into the middle stanza. A unassisted goal from Connor Foley. And then at 14:58 on the power play, June Bouthiette scores his second of the season. And then just 2 minutes later at 16:40, it was Joshua Miller, a soft puck along the ice to give the Falcons their first lead of the game. We'll be back in just about 12 minutes on this YouTube live broadcast of Franklin Pierce Men's Ice Hockey. Welcome back into the Wallace Civic Center in the Captain Kenneth W. Gates Senior Memorial Arena and YouTube Live for this radio broadcast of Franklin Pierce men's ice hockey, and a little bit of fireworks as the two teams, the Falcons and the Ravens, left the ice at the end of the second period. A period which saw 3 goals, one for the Ravens to start the period, then 2 straight on the power play for the Falcons to end the period. It sets the stage for the final 20 minutes between these two teams in a non-conference matchup. The Falcons win the face-off to start the period, hold possession deep in the Ravens zone. Vito Carlo looks to clear the end. He does. Finds a forward in the neutral zone. It's not Vito Carlo, but Tyler Rudek. And taken away by the Falcons. 2-on-1 developing. Good back check from Jason Lazinski. Shuts it down, though. Falcons look to keep possession in the offensive zone. It squirts out to the neutral zone, and they'll have to regroup. It's Gene Bouthiet who throws it in. Most of his team changes. The Ravens will execute a breakout. Tyler Rudek at the red line will throw it deep into the end of the Falcons. A full 5-man line change for the Ravens. Archambault on the far side boards will give it away in the neutral zone. The Ravens going left to right across your radio. The Falcons right to left as Chris Matone holds on to the puck for a whistle. You heard the cheers from the crowd. A big hit laid on to Pat Gagliardi back in the neutral zone. And I had a father come up to me during the intermission. He said, this game has been filled with a lot of true hockey, not physical big hits. And, well, yeah, I agree with him in the fact that there hasn't been a ton of big hits, but the big hits and physical play, that's true hockey, and I think that's what we're going to see in this third period. Already some hints towards it in the opening minute. Now Hardy exits the defensive zone into the Ravens end, finds a teammate in Archambault, gets shut down by Pat Gagliardi, though. Puck moves its way up the near side boards. Holmes a shot from the point, gets blocked down by Cody Rumsey. Trevor Lawler on the far side will clear his own zone. Taken away by the Falcons, and it was Brian Glover who throws it back in, cross-ice dump in the near side corner. Gagliardi will just throw it the length of the ice. Dave Cambria will chase it, but won't make it in time as Brian Glover forces the icing. The Falcons will take the opportunity to change their lines. The Ravens stuck with that second line of Cody Rumsey centering Dave Cambria and Trevor Lawler, Paul Lankoviak and Pat Gagliardi, the defenseman. Rumsey in the face-off circle against Toivo Kramer. Rumsey wins it. Kramer's stick breaks on the face-off. Ravens hold possession in their own end. Pat Gagliardi watches as his team tries to clear the zone. They're not able to. Now it's Lankoviak on Kramer in the far side corner. Kramer leaves it off for his winger, Oliver Cookson. Puck moves to the near side corner. Ravens clear the zone. Dave Cambria trying to find Trevor Lawler, but it's shut down by Cormier. Bergman on it into the offensive zone. He's pressured by Gagliardi, thrown in front, but knocked down by Lankoviak, sliding to the far side post. Bergman leaves it off for Kramer. Kramer tried to go back to Bergman, who blew a tire. The Ravens will try and clear the zone, but Cormier holds the blue line. Now Kramer in the slot with space, shoots, gets blocked down by Gags. Rebound in front, gets taken by Gagliardi and cleared out of the zone. Not far enough for a full line change, but the Ravens will get some. And Ian Wallace will make a save and hold on to it to allow the rest of his team to change. Just about 3 minutes gone, 2:49 gone here in the third period. The Falcons lead the Ravens 2-1 at the Wallace Civic Center. Ravens looking to get back to being even. Connor Foley loses the faceoff. Shot onto Wallace, gets gloved away. Came from the point from Joshua Miller, who has the second goal for the Falcons, their leading goal tonight. Now it's Stephen Wesley who took the face-off. Different lines for the Ravens. Stephen Wesley centering Dom Norris and Ryan Gorbett. Connor Foley on the bench right now. Falcons hold possession of the Ravens end of the ice. Taken away by Dom Norris. Now Ryan Gorbett clears the zone, gains the red line, throws it into the offensive end. Shakes off a hit. Stephen Wesley first one on in the near side corner. Taken by the Falcons, but Stephen Jacobs throws it back into the near side corner. Josh Miller goes D-to-D with his defensive partner, Christian Halbig. Thrown all the way down the length of the ice. Wallace out of his cage to play it as icing was whistled down, or waved down. Stephen Wesley blocks a semi-shot, a weak shot from the point. Kept in the zone by Rennick. Stephen Jacobs now in the near corner. Gets pressured by a Falcon. It's Wyatt Wilmshurst, the Messina, New York native. Watches as one of his captains, Holmes, is back to start the regroup. Holmes' pass goes off of a Raven amidst a change. It was Dom Norris who had 1 foot on the bench, 1 foot on the ice. And I mean, he could do that standing tall at 6'3". First one on it is Pat Gagliardi. He gets bodied hard. And now a whistle comes in, and the Ravens will go to the power play, but you don't like to see Pat Gagliardi go to the boards like that. He's moving, which is a very good sign. But Makina Ichkovich-Lavasser, the team's athletic trainer, will take a trip down to the corner. We'll be back in just a moment on this YouTube Live broadcast of Franklin Pierce Men's Ice Hockey. Back to his feet and skating to the bench on his own power, Pat Gagliardi. Very reasonably shaken up. A very scary play for the Ravens defenseman, taking a hit from behind into the corner. But the Ravens will go on an extended 5-minute power play. Gene Bouthiet gets 5 in a game for the hit. The 5-minute penalty will be served by Trevor Clemson. It provides an opportunity for the Ravens to get back tied in this game. Gorbett in front tried to find Rumsey. They couldn't connect. Now it's Tyler Rudek. Back to the point for Dave Cambria. Over to Connor Foley. Top of the circle. Down for Gorbett. Gorbett to Rumsey. Rumsey, the shot goes wide. Tyler Rudek holds it now on the near side boards. Goes back to Cambria. Down to Foley. Across for Gorbett. Gorbett's shot gets saved by Matone. Cleared all the way down out, but not out of the zone by Glover. Kept in the zone by Rudek, and now pushed out of the zone by Bergman. 35 seconds gone on the 5-minute penalty. Ravens re-enter the offensive zone. Holmes the first one on it. Throws it back up to Rudek, who keeps the blue line. Across for Dave Cambria. Cambria on the boards, goes down to Gorbett. Back to Rudek. Rudek holds, shoots, saved by Matone. He'll swallow it up, and the Ravens will get an offensive zone face-off. A lot of pressure and good looks from the top unit for the Ravens. You can see the looks they're going for, getting it into the middle of the zone to Cody Rumsey, and on the near side boards for Tyler Rudek. So now they're going with their second unit. Dom Norris, who has a power play goal this year, Jason Ludzinski and Jackson Dobek. Puck is pinned against the boards, taken by Josh Kippenhand, taken away by a Falcon, and cleared out of the zone. Now a 2-on-1. Archambault has Shanley with him. 2-on-1 with the back checker. Archambault shoots, saved away by Wallace, and will get a whistle and delayed called on the Ravens. Jackson Dobek will go to the box. No, Josh Kippenhand will go to the box. 2-minute minor for hooking. So last night when the Ravens' penalty trouble started really creeping in, they were on a 5-on-4 power play. Then an interference call and a cross-checking call all on the same play turned that 5-on-4 power play to a 4-on-3 penalty kill. And then just a whole host of penalties and misconducts from arguing with the officials. The Ravens' 5-minute power play turns now to a 4-on-4 for the full 2 minutes. And they'll have about 1 minute and 50 seconds of power play time following. Vito Carlo, who must love all this open ice, 4-on-4, takes a trip out of his own zone, gains the red line, the blue line, and chips it into the near side corner. Throws around for Jason Ledzinski. Ledzinski throws it up the boards. Fortin chips it out. First one back is Jackson Dobek. Goes back up the far side boards for Steven Jacobs, who goes down. Now Joshua Miller. Near side boards in the slot. Halbig, his shot gets blocked by Ledzinski. Miller the first one back to gain possession for Fitchburg State. He goes to Diamond. Diamond will gain speed in his defensive zone. Enter the neutral zone. Offensive end, lose possession. Dom Norris on it for the Ravens now. He gains his speed. He's a pretty big body. Enters the offensive zone. Curls around the below goal line. Back up to the top of the slot. Poked away, regains possession, throws it down below the goal line for Trevor Lawler. Lawler up the boards on the far side, throws it down for Dom Norris, taken away though by Cormier in the far side corner. Norris and Lawler look to regain possession. Instead though, it's taken away by Wyatt Wilmshurst. Wilmshurst gets around two defensemen, throws it on to Wallace, and then follows through the crease. And not appreciative of it is the Ravens captain, Paul Ankoviak, watching his goalie take a shot after covering the puck. 30 seconds remain on Kippenhand's hooking call. 2:23 on the original 5-minute hit from behind call to Gene Bouthiet, who scored the first goal for the Falcons back in the second period. And I don't want to say way back in the second period, but back in that 3-goal stanza. Connor Foley back on the ice for the Ravens. He loses the face-off to Tovio Kramer. Shot from the point came off the stick of Glover. Goes off a body and wide of the net. Now the Ravens will look to clear their zone. Vito Carlo will take a trip out of his own end with possession. Goes to Ryan Gorbett. Gorbett pressured by two Falcons. Loses possession. Now Toivo Kramer will throw it to the middle of the ice for Wilmshurst, who will gain the red line and throw it deep. 3 seconds remaining on Kippenhand's hook, and the Ravens will be on the power play for 1:53. Paul Ankoviak into the offensive zone. Gives it off to Connor Foley on the near side boards. Foley met by a couple of Falcons. Picked up by Rhys Bergman and cleared the length of the ice. Down to Ian Wallace, who gives away possession to a Falcon. Ravens regain it though. Minute and a half remaining on their power play. Tyler Rudek below his own goal line will leave it off for Dave Cambria to start the power play breakout. Dave Cambria up the middle of the ice. Makes a move to the near side boards. Throws it around. Tyler Rudek on it. Can't collect it. Stays with the Ravens though. Dave Cambria, top of the blue line. Across for Ryan Gorbett. Down low for Foley. Foley back up to Cambria. With time. Space. Shoots. Goes off the glass. Rebound into the corner. Brian Glover on it for the Falcons. Plows over a Raven. Doesn't matter. Dave Cambria with the puck. Now Rudek across for Ryan Gorbett. But it goes off of a Falcon and out of the zone. 45 seconds remain on the Ravens power play. Still trailing by one. Cody Rumsey's shot goes off the glass. Gorbett the rebound. Got saved away by Matone. Tyler Rudek keeps the zone. Goes down for Connor Foley. But there to pick up possession and clear the ice was Jordan Holmes, the 6-foot-tall senior from Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. 22 seconds remain on the Ravens power play. 10:50 in the third period. The Ravens 0-6 this season, searching for their first win. Doesn't matter if it's in conference or out of conference, they want one. Breakout pass goes just a bit too far. The Falcons throw it back to the Ravens' end. Dave Cambria tries to clear the zone, but he gets pressured quickly by Thomas Hardy, who forces it back into the Ravens' zone. Now it's Josh Kippenham as the Ravens' power play expires. Kippenham will gain the red line, try and throw it deep, but it won't get very far. Wilmshurst prevented it. Now here's a 2-on-0 for Archambault. Archambault across, found Fortin. Fortin below the goal line. Wallace has to refine his spot in the net. In front into the slot, shot from the point, can't pull the trigger, was Malbig, and now here comes Jason Ledzinski into the offensive end. He goes down. Nothing coming from the official. Nothing should come from the official on that play. Fortin now up the near side boards. Finds a teammate. Wilmshurst a shot, gets blocked by Kippenham. Malbig throws it in to the near side corner of the Ravens zone. Out to Dom Norris in the neutral zone. Norris leaves it off for Foley. Connor Foley. Stephen Wesley back to Foley. Foley throws a shot towards the net. Gets blocked by Joshua Miller. Paul Ankoviak throws it to the near side corner. Connor Foley avoids a hit. Stephen Jacobs, a shot goes wide. Paul Ankoviak holds the blue line down to the hash marks up top to Stephen Wesley. Wesley to Jacobs. Jacobs walks the blue line. Back to Ankoviak. Long one-timer goes wide off a stick. Rebound to the side of the net for Connor Foley, gets blocked away. Dom Norris holds it, gets it poked away from him, and Wilmshurst will clear the zone. Dom Norris enters the zone, quick shot, turns and puts it directly into the netting above the net, above the glass. The face-off will come just outside the Falcon zone. Exactly 9 minutes remaining in the third and final period of regulation. Falcons lead the Ravens 2-1. The Falcons have started their season 3-0 after missing the start of the year thanks to COVID protocols. The Ravens, who missed the start of their year thanks to COVID protocols, have started the season the opposite way at 0-6. Matone out from the back of his net in search of his first career victory in year number 4 as a Falcon. First one on it is Diamond for the Falcons. Cormier at the blue line, holds it, throws it to the near side corner where it's picked up by Vito Carlo. In front for a Falcon, that's Diamond. Keeping a strong post was Ian Wallace. Forces it to the blue line, Cormier. Hardy shoots, gets blocked in front by a body. Sent all the way back into the near side corner by the Falcons defenseman. Now Stephen Jacobs has it with some space. He'll leave it off for Trevor Lawler into the offensive zone. Lawler will throw it off the glass behind the net for Stephen Wesley on the near side. Back down to Lawler. First one on it, Cody Rumsey on the far side now. Rumsey down for Lawler. Lawler holds possession, loses it to Diamond, who will chip it the length of the ice. Icing is initiated and finalized, and the Falcons will have to put their fresh-legged skaters back on the bench. .751 remaining in the third period, and the shots were even for the majority of the game. Now 33-17 in favor of the Falcons. Connor Foley in the face-off circle for the Ravens. One back to Paul Ankoviak. Jason Ledzinski now holds possession. In front, tried to find someone known, was home. Josh Kippenham on the far side. Hash marks will throw it below the goal line for Connor Foley, taken away by Hardy and the Falcons, who clear the zone. Ankoviak will skate it into the offensive end, move across the blue line, but can't get it very far. Taken by Cormier, now a 2-on-1. Hardy has it, shoots, blocker save by Wallace. Rebound goes to Bergman, curls back around the boards. Given off to Toivo Kramer. Kramer to the slot, finds Glover. Glover, a shot, goes wide. Connor Foley in the near side corner goes up for Ryan Gorbett. Gorbett enters the offensive zone, cuts across the slot, down low for Ledzinski, who slides the puck past the frame of the net. Gorbett to Jammers. Jammers a shot, gets swallowed up by Matone. Just under 7 minutes remain in the period, and the Ravens need something going. They're getting some looks. They need to work on bunching them together and getting on a run as they search for the tying goal here in the third period. Jackson Dobek to take the face-off for the Ravens. He wins it back to John Jammers. Jammers couldn't corral it quickly enough. Throws it down the boards. Now he takes a shot. Glove down by Glover. And Fortin will clear the zone. Fortin working 1-on-3 will face towards the boards. Get bodied hard by Steven Pantera, who's played a good game on the physical side. Jackson Dobek takes a player down, and he'll go to the box. The whistle's coming, and the Ravens will be shorthanded once again. We await the call of the penalty. It's a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. And with 6.5 minutes to go in the third period, the Ravens are going to have to kill a 2-minute penalty and find a way to tie the game if they want a chance to earn win number 1 of the season. Timeout taken by Fitchburg State. We'll step aside. We'll be back in just about a minute on this radio broadcast of Franklin Pierce men's ice hockey. The horn sounds, the teams break their huddles. We come out of our timeout break. The Ravens shorthanded, 2-minute minor for cross-checking to number 27, Jackson Dobek. The Ravens trail by 1 down here at the Wallace Civic Center against the Fitchburg State Falcons. Cody Rumsey to take the face-off for the Ravens against Toivo Kramer. Rumsey wins it. And Koviak holds it and clears the zone off the glass, but knocking it down with his midsection was Wilmshurst. He regains the Ravens offensive end, or Ravens defensive end, rather. Fortin holds it on the boards, goes down low for Bergman, back up to Fortin. Up to Josh Miller, who has a power play goal tonight. Back to Fortin. Fortin, a shot, gets gloved away by Ian Wallace and held on to for a whistle. It'll be Kramer and Rumsey again. This time won by Kramer. Wilmshurst couldn't pull the trigger on a shot. Puck goes to the corner. And taking a high hit was Trevor Lawler. And that's a pretty clear-cut high hit. And so the Falcons' power play will turn into a 4-on-4 opportunity. The second of such that we've seen today. The first coming while the Ravens were on an extended 5-minute major power play. We got 2 full minutes of 4-on-4. Now we'll see Jason Ledzinski, Trevor Lawler, Vito Carlo, who was very active during that last 4-on-4, and Steven Jacobs. And I said it on the podcast to start the season, you need a goal. You put Steven Jacobs and Vito Carlo together on the blue line. Holmes holds possession for the Falcons, goes D-to-D with Glover, the two captains connecting. They go once more as they'll try and waste as much time as possible as we tick to just about 5.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Hardy Goes to Diamond. Diamond enters the offensive end. Curls back up and into the slot. Over to Holmes. Holmes walks down the far side boards. Goes back up to Glover. Glover, a long shot into the chest of Wallace, who holds on for a whistle. 5:24 remaining in the third period. Ezra Janello on the call with you on this radio broadcast of Franklin Pierce men's ice hockey. 4-on-4 here in the third period. The Ravens have Jackson Dobick in the box for 50 more seconds. I believe it was a cross-checking call. We've had a lot of penalties in this game. And then for the Falcons, it's Hunter Fortin, who just moments ago was called for a high hit. Back into the offensive end come the Falcons. It's Toivo Kramer. Throws it around the near side corner. Kramer below the goal line again, pressured by Steven Jacobs. 22 seconds on the Ravens penalty, 1 minute on the Falcons. Wilmshurst holds it very actively in the far side corner, leaves it off for Kramer. Kramer backdoor pass for Wilmshurst. Ian Wallace read it all the way and saved the shot. Steven Jacobs will leave the security of his own net. The Ravens now on a 5-on-4 power play. Jacobs will throw it cross-ice dump. First one on it, and clearing the length of the ice was Adam Kuzier, the junior defenseman from Tecumseh, Ontario. Played for the Vermont Lumberjacks of the Eastern Hockey League in his junior days. Sent down behind Chris Matone's net. Fitchburg tries to clear. They're not able to. Opportunity for Connor Foley in the slot, gets shut down by the defenseman. And with 4 seconds remaining on the penalty to Hunter Fortin, now 0 seconds, we go back to 5-on-5 hockey with just under 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Rudek goes to Foley, who throws a cross-ice dump. First one on it is Brian Glover. He goes up the far side boards for Archambault. Archambault pressured by Foley, who regains possession. Now Antkowiak, a shot on the ice, gets saved away by Matone and pushed into the glass. Glover moves up the far side boards, tries to kick it back down below the goal line, but there is Dom Norris. Regained by Holmes. Holmes up to Cookson on the near side boards, picked up by Jackson Dobick, thrown back below the goal line. Dom Norris, a strong forecheck onto Brian Glover, caused a turnover from Jackson Dobick, and Chris Matone forced to hold on to it. Jackson Dobick curled back around. He went up to the blue line, curled back around, and forced a turnover at the top of the near circle in the Falcons zone. And the puck found its way to Chris Matone to swallow it up and force a face-off. 3:11 remaining in the third period. The Ravens trail the Falcons 2-1 here on this radio broadcast of Franklin Pierce men's ice hockey. Toivo Kramer issued a warning on the face-off. He ends up winning it back to Hallbig, who goes to Bergman on the far side boards. Paul Antkowiak, the first one on it for the Ravens. He'll stand behind his own net. Wait a while, look at his options. Now it's Josh Kippenhand, who can't send the ice length pass up to Dom Norris, who finally gets it, throws it into the corner. Jackson Dobick now, near side, up to Antkowiak, fakes the slap shot, walks down the boards, shot in front, gets blocked by body, rebound in front, put home by Jason Ledzinski, but blocked by Chris Matone. Now Josh Kippenham will regroup for the Ravens. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Keep an eye on Ian Wallace, down by 1. Falcons send it all the way back down the length of the ice. Icing is waved off by the lead official. He said it was tipped, so Ian Wallace will hold on to it for a whistle. 2:19 remaining in regulation. Chris Matone has played very well today. I mean, of course, when you have one goal against, you say he played pretty well, but he's faced 19 shots. Of course, an 0-4 record in 4 years here at Fitchburg State. Shot gets redirected and goes to the near side corner of the Ravens zone. Steven Jacobs will throw it across the ice, but goes off the helmet of a Falcon, so no icing. Cody Rumsey in the far side corner works on the defenseman Adam Kuzier. Ian Wallace on the bench, 6-on-5 for the Ravens. Connor Foley up to the blue line for Vito Carlo, across to Steven Jacobs. Jacobs can't corral it cleanly. Keeps it away from Cookson. Archambault makes a move around Vito Carlo, who goes down, trying to save the goal. Shot goes wide from Cookson. No goalie in the net. Ian Wallace on the bench. Archambault gets pressured in the near side corner. 1.5 minutes remaining in the third period. The Ravens still trailing by 1. Vito Carlo regains possession. Up to Steven Jacobs. Now Ryan Gorbett leaves their zone. Gorbett down to the corner. Up for Jacobs. Can't corral the pass. And now Fortin will be on a breakaway with no goalie in the net. And he'll ice the game. 1:10 remaining in the third period, and the Falcons lead 3-1. And now the Ravens will take a timeout. With 1:10 to go, trailing by 2, we'll step aside and be back momentarily on this YouTube Live radio broadcast of Franklin Pierce Men's Ice Hockey. Welcome back into the YouTube Live radio broadcast of Franklin Pierce Athletics. 1:10 remaining in the third period. Ravens trail by 2 now. They start with 6 skaters. No Ian Wallace in the cage. Dave Cambria with a breakout pass. Now Cody Rumsey throws a cross-ice dump. The Falcons were the first ones on it, but possession regained by the Ravens. In front looking for Rumsey was Jason Ledzinski, and the puck gets cleared the length of the ice. Enough on it for the icing. That takes about 30 seconds off the clock. 44.5 seconds remaining in the period. Connor Foley to take the face-off against Toivo Kramer. Foley wins it back to Cambria. Cambria can't keep it in the zone, and he'll have to retreat back to his own end to regain possession. Now 35 seconds in the third period. Tyler Rudek gains the red line, gains the offensive zone, given away to Holmes, kept in the zone by Foley, and now Holmes will clear the zone. Breakout pass to Bergman. Toivo Kramer holds in the offensive end, and he'll score an empty net goal, make it 4-1 in favor of the Falcons. And if the 3-1 goal wasn't the icing on the cake, the 4-1 goal is the icing on the cake. It's Toivo Kramer, his second goal of the season, the New York native, in his 4th game this year. So 18.5 seconds remain in regulation. The Ravens now trail 4-1. And they'll move to 0-7 on the season. The good news is their conference record doesn't get affected with the non-conference loss. Meanwhile, the Falcons, who started the season 3-0, will improve to 4-0 the best start to their regular season since the 1999-2000 season. And the Ravens fall 4-1 as the final buzzer horns, and the fans start to pack up to go home. Ian Wallace played phenomenal. He faced 37 shots and made 35 saves, only giving up 2 goals against, a .946 save percentage. On the other side of the ice for the Falcons, Chris Matone, a congratulations in order for him, earns his first career win as a senior here at Fitchburg, makes 18 saves on 19 shots against, good for a .947 save percentage. Connor Foley scored the only goal for the Ravens, his first of the season, and then it was a flurry of goals, 4 straight from the Falcons, first from Gene Bouthiet, who would later get ejected from the game with a hit from behind on Pat Gagliardi. Joshua Miller made it 2-1 on the power play back in the second period, and then a pair of short-handed empty net goals. Not really short-handed, but 5-on-6 empty net goals. The first from Hunter Fortin. The second from Toivo Kramer. So your final score from the Captain Kenneth W. Gates Senior Memorial Arena at the Wallace Civic Center. The Falcons of Fitchburg State 4, and the Franklin Pierce University Ravens 1. We mentioned the Ravens fall to 0-7 on the season, and will return to the ice this Tuesday, November 23rd, at home for a non-conference matchup against the Mazcac Framingham State University Rams. Puck drop is scheduled for 7 p.m. I'll be on the call on the Any10 Now network, along with some of my buddies like Paul Lambert. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your night.